Hey folks, welcome to Ellipsis Video Tutorials, Bangalore. Today I will be discussing on the topic in C, that is function. If we know about function is the basic building block of C programming. That's why C is also called a procedure-oriented or function-oriented language. So every program of C starts with a method called void main. This is the main method of the program, and this is the startup pragma and this is the exit pragma. And we include header files also in the top, #include .h, #include cuneo.h. So without main function we cannot dream about C language. And as we write n number of functions, CLR, SCR, printf, scanf, and many custom methods like add, multiply, get ch. So if you notice here, inside the main method we are having n number of functions or procedures. So procedures inside the main procedure gives a procedure orientation. That's why C is called a procedure-oriented programming or function-oriented programming. So functions are the basic building block, as well as if we define a function, function is an independent unit of a program where we write our implementation. And mainly function can be categorized into two types, like say function or procedure we can also say. It can be categorized into two types, that is predefined functions and user defined functions. So predefined functions are those functions which are already defined. Only our concern is to invoke those, like main is the first and foremost of it. Main also takes sometime arguments argc and argv. Hope you have heard of this, argument counter and argument vector. After that we can take clear screen, printf, scanf, get ch, many string functions like strlen, strcmp kind of. So these are all predefined functions which are already defined in the header files. If we think about clear screen and printf, scanf, all those are defined in the header files. What about user defined function? User defined function can be implemented as per the requirement of the user or the programmer. So basically we define the user defined functions to achieve the code modularity and code reusability. Let's see one sample. So in this case I have to write a program to add two numbers. How we can do that? We can write integer a, b, c or say sum, and printf, enter two numbers. Scanf, %d, %d, these are the format specifiers. %a, %b, sum equals to a plus b. Then printf sum is percentage D sum. So if we see this program, if we might get the requirement to add more numbers, more pairs of two numbers, then we need to copy paste in this way. That means the code, it increases the code complexity. So rather than this, another option is we can put this chunk of code inside a for loop, but still it is in the same main method. And how we can get the code reusability is if we define this outside the main method. So we can define it in this way: void add I can move this also there, this variable. So now if you see, main method is very clean. Only we need to invoke, this is the function definition, this is called the definition, and we need to invoke it from the main method. This is called function call. So function call invokes the function definition. Whenever interpreter steps into the function call, it is sent to the function definition, it executes the chunk of code, and it comes back to the next statement. Because I want to show you how the stepwise iteration happens. So it's a sample.c. I can add hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, void main, and inside this I can declare clear screen. Then of course I need to call the function. So let's add the function before main method. Void add, inside this whatever the things I was writing. For addition, same thing, I'm going to write integer ab sum, printf, enter two numbers, scanf, %d, %d, and %a and %b. Sum equals to a plus b, printf sum is %d sum. So same logic what I used to write inside the main method, now I wrote it outside. We'll talk about what is void, what is add, all these things we'll talk about. Let's try to understand first what we did here. So add get ch. Let's go and compile the program. It's absolutely successful. So how the iteration happens, let's go through. It starts with the void main, clear screen, add. So it is a function call. Function call actually calls the function definition which is outside the main method. Like clear screen is also a function call, but it is defined where its definition, what clear screen does, this exact program is written inside conio.h. Likewise, add is a user defined function whose body we have defined outside the main method here. And if we see, after this the call automatically reaches out to the function definition. This is called function definition or function body. Function body contains the code which is having the actual logic, and from main method, to make it lightweight, less code complexities, to maintain less code complexities, we just do the function calls inside the main method. Void add, then it asks to enter two numbers. So scanf, let's enter two numbers 40 and 50, enter. Then it is going to add the sum, it is going to print. Let's see the output. So if you see here, this is the function, this is the function call, this is the function definition, and it is function definition contains the actual code implementations, whereas function call is only responsible to take the interpreter out of the main method and reach out to the definition part, and definition part will take care of the logic itself. So these are the two main things. Now if say I am going to move this below the main method, say I moved this part below the main method. So what I did, only in the definition part we moved from above main to below main. Now let's go and compile this. It gives us one error. What is the error? It says type mismatch in redeclaration of add. That means whenever add is being called, actually if we know C is a top to bottom approach of programming, that means always the interpreter comes from top side and it reaches to void main, it reaches to clear screen, after that immediately it just hits the add call. By the time actually interpreter is not aware of the add function available in the program or not. That's why whenever the function definition is below main method, we need to declare a prototype that is called function prototype. That is to make aware the interpreter that yes, this kind of function exists in the program, and here what we need to write is only the function name along with the signature. That's all, with a semicolon, and of course the return type. That's all. So it is called function declaration, or it is called also forward declaration. Now let's compile this. That's all. It's going to do the same thing. Rather than going to the top, now it's going to the definition which exists down. The execution is exactly the same way, 40 and 50, and it's going to give us the output. Sum is 90. I hope it's pretty clear.